right? It affects their sexual performance. It affects how they show up in relationships, and it builds shame, right? So many men struggle with sexual performance. That's not a new thing. But what is new, and I think quite concerning, is how many of those men are under the age of 40. They turn to Cialis, Viagra, or testosterone replacement therapy, thinking that something's wrong with them physically. When the truth is, and the reality is their sexual dysfunction is probably caused by all the porn they're consuming. So heavy porn use can rewire the brain. And even my own story.
Is that true?
Heavy porn use can rewire the brain and cause all types of problems in the bedroom. Like even in my own story, right? I had difficulty getting and maintaining an erection during sex, especially with a partner. I had difficulty orgasming towards the end of my run with pornography. I had difficulty maintaining an erection, and I needed porn stimulation to stay aroused. And heavy porn use can absolutely lead to premature ejaculation. You know, one of the things I didn't share in my story, which is important to talk about, right? Because there's probably a bunch of your listeners right now listening, waiting for someone to tell the damn truth. You know, when I first started consuming porn early in my life, before that relationship, I struggled with premature ejaculation. And I had so much shame and embarrassment around it. I got to a point where I'd rather not be with a woman than be with a woman and have that type of sexual performance.
You feel like you were just so nervous about sex? I mean, it makes sense. Sex is a nervous thing for
I'll tell you a few things
for a youngster.
I didn't realize a few things.
For the children, sex is nervous for the children, you know? It's a nervous thing.
Even for adults.
Yeah.
And so what I didn't realize at that time was that all the porn that I was consuming and the way that I was actually masturbating to it kind of conditioned my brain to orgasm quickly, and that carried over to real life scenarios. I didn't realize at that time that the intense porn that I was watching so overstimulated my brain, leading to early orgasm.
Wow.
So my porn use was tied to shame and secrecy, which fueled kind of anxiety around sex, making it kind of uncomfortable. And you know, porn was the cause of this.
Yeah.
So that's one area, men, not so manly when you think about, hey, you know, is it really that cool?
Right.
Second challenge that guys tend to have, it can totally affect how guys show up in relationships.
Oh yeah, dude. Watching like touching your body or whatever, jerking off or whatever, it was like it just made it easier than having to go and try with women and having to go and have a relationship. It made it all just easier. And if you came from for me, there was so much, it was so uncomfortable that I was like, I mean, I guess I had a choice, but it just was too much of a easy alternative. It was like, I don't know how, like, you know, I'm so embarrassed, or I'm so like, just have so low self-worth, so many little things. They're like, man, I can't go ask this girl out or do, you know. So it became this little thing. And then this was the part that I was going to get that you made me think about. Sorry. Everything about sex felt like a secret, right? Like it was always like when I was growing up, we would go in the woods and see the tits or whatever chiseled in the wood or whatever, or you would sneak into
Is that still around, you think?
I'm sure it's been, no, I think they had weevils or whatever got it.
Those damn weevils.
I think it was that. Yeah. I can't remember exactly. I have to look it up.
Okay.
Or it could have been one of those new ticks that Bill Gates unleashed or whatever. But so whatever, I'm sure it's gone these days. Right. Or it's really, it's eroded to an A cup, you know, for sure.
And what's the point to visit it then, right? Come on.
At the time, those things were,
right. And they're making a road trip for an A cup.
Dude, they had a woodpecker would land on one of them. That's big.
Pretty nice.
But dude, the biggest thing when I think about, like, it was just like everything was sex when I was young became like secretive. It became like secretive because, yeah, if you were looking at pornography, she was doing masturbation, he was sneaking off and doing it. So everything became secretive. So then like everything, like even when like dating, I never want anybody to know I was very secretive about stuff. So it always had all this like a little bit of extra like kind of taboo around it, I think. I don't even know what that means, but it was just like, you know, when things are in secret, it's you know, things in secret can be kind of uncomfortable. Things you're always trying to hide can be kind of uncomfortable.
That's right. And I think also that secrecy can lead to shame.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, if something's in secret, you're always worried somebody's going to find out about
That's
something.
Right.
and I didn't have any positive like relationship with sex, or no, like I didn't have any nobody taught me it, told me nothing about it. It was just like your body, you change, and then you're like dealing with it. And
I mean, I'm still waiting to get the birds and bees conversation from Dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, they should just have a decent man that travels around the country, helping just have the birds and the bees conversation.
Like a temporary rent-a dad to have the conversation with you when you're like 12.
Yeah, just like some wiener Santa or whatever he travels around, he pulls up, you know what I'm saying? Do it outside where it's in view of, where the Lord can see it. But anyway, you were going into a second part about
relationships.
How it affects relationships. And dude, I'll even remember like if I'd been like, doing touching myself or whatever, or jerking off or whatever like that, then I would